From deep in the heart of Texas, it's On Second Thought, powered by Hook'em.com. Hosted since 2016 by your favorite sports columnists, Cedric Golden of the Austin American-Statesman and Kirk Bohls of the Houston Chronicle. Let's do it, fellas.
This is On Second Thought, brought to you by Hook'em.com. Cedric Golden here with the Duck Kirk Bohls. The Texas Longhorns in a big one on Saturday, 11 a.m. kickoff at home against Vandy. And man, we reeled in a big fish, an LBJ, Austin ISD legend with a great first name, Duck, Sedrick Alexander. The world needs more Cedrics. Vanderbilt star running back joins us. Ced, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself, man?
Man, doing great.
We're doing Austin. I guess this is the homecoming. I don't know, how many family, and Sid and I were just asking Brian how many tickets you're going to have to get for Saturday's game.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot.
How many do you think you'll have in the stands?
I'll probably have over 50 people in the stands for sure.
50? Wow.
Man, you got to get some paint on your pants if you're bringing 50 people. You got to get in that end zone, man. Got to get in that end zone.
For sure.
The home folks coming. 5,286 yards rushing, 75 touchdowns at LBJ. That's the career rushing record. Jamal Finner was your head coach, and now Jamal is on that other sideline, good friend of ours. Have you talked to Jamal this week? And I know you probably text with him throughout the season. How forward are you looking to catching up with him this weekend?
No, I'm definitely looking forward to Jamal. He's like one of my mentors. We haven't talked this week because I'm focusing on Vanderbilt football, but definitely my guy, someone I look up to. And yeah, he's like one of my mentors for sure.
What are your emotions coming home? You guys have a top 10 ranking. Everything's there in front of you. You guys have been rocking and rolling the last 2 years. What are the emotions that you have?
I mean, for me, the emotions are high, but like as a team, I think that all we got to do is just take each week like how we've been taking, and like we're gonna be great. We're gonna be doing great things on that burnt orange field.
Cedric, we talked to Diego Pavia in Atlanta at the SEC Media Days, and that might be the most confident quarterback I've seen in a long time. We were like, are you going to get drafted? He was like, yeah, I'm getting drafted. I was like, who's going to take you? He goes, whoever wants to win is going to draft me. How does his confidence trickle down into that locker room and into that huddle? When you have Diego Pavia on your team, how confident does it make you walking onto a football field?
Yeah, I think Diego, he brings the best out of each of our teammates. Very good vocally and very good at just leading by example. And I think just me splitting the backfield with him is like something I feed off of, and like we can do anything when we're back there, and just him just telling each of my teammates what to do and how to do it. Everybody believes in him, so we like to follow the things that he does for our team.
What can you tell us about Diego that people don't know about Diego?
I mean, Diego's an outgoing person, so it's really like nothing I could tell you that he hasn't already told the world. So he's a great person, great friend of mine, and I just enjoy it. I'm just glad that he's on my team.
I was curious when he came to Vanderbilt out of, New Mexico State? And I was curious where else he was looking at, or did he just lock in? I don't know, the Jerry Kill being there was a huge part of it, but was there any other schools that he considered, or was it just Vanderbilt for him?
To be honest, I think it was just Vanderbilt. Obviously, like the relationship he built with the coaches that he had when he was there in New Mexico, I think it just all trickled down to that, and he knew he was going to come. He was going to try to come to Vanderbilt with the coaching staff that he was previously with.
Now, you played in the ground and pound offense in high school. You were getting that thing 25, 28 times a game. And so you come to Vandy, and Clark Lee runs a very similar type offense, very, very run regimented. Diego uses his legs. You guys don't run a lot of up tempo. You do some huddling. Does that help your comfort level? Because I watched some of your high school games, and it was a very similar attack. Does that make you more comfortable in that offense?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I think it's compatible when you have a quarterback who can run the ball and have running backs that can run the ball. So I think it's very compatible and it opens up space. It makes the defense have to choose between the running back and the quarterback on who they're going to take, and then once they take one, the other person gets the ball, and then it's crazy after that, you know.
And you're sharing time in the backfield a little bit. He showed his explosiveness last week against Missouri. Talk about him a little bit and what's he bring to the table.
Diego or MK Young?
MK Young.
Oh yeah, MK is a great person, great running back. I'm glad to have him. He's the reason he's probably one of the reasons why I'm healthy this year. So having having him in the backfield with me is like it's special. And, like we talk each and every day, and we have our moments. But definitely a great friend of mine, great brother, great teammate.
Hey, I want to ask you about your recruitment. Where else were you considering? I know you grew up in an Oklahoma household.
Yeah.
You're an AD fan. What drew you to Clark Lee and Vanderbilt, and what made you ultimately decide
I
on
think
Nashville?
I think Vanderbilt was the first Power Five team that took a chance on me. I felt like coming out of high school, I was under recruited and stuff like that, and then Vanderbilt took a chance on me, and I talked to the coaches and um, his belief in me, belief in what he was going to do with this university. I believed in it as well. And then when you said about other schools and stuff, it really wasn't like no other schools I was really leaning towards. But yeah, not really. No other schools I was really leaning towards for sure.
Where was Oklahoma? Oklahoma's your favorite. Where were the Sooners?
The Sooners, I guess they were asleep. You know, they didn't offer me out of high school. So,
Why were you such an OU fan? You said AD was he the reason?
he definitely was one of the reasons. But and then like my dad just installed it. He was an OU fan, so I was always around OU people. So
And you probably know a lot of the Texas players, don't you?
yes, for sure, I definitely know a lot of Texas players and
Who
former past players as well.
who are the
Who are your
closest to
friends?
you?
Who are your friends on that team?
This year, only person that's really I talked to is Michael Taft, and then like, but he's not even playing this year. And then last year, I knew Jade Barron, I knew Andrew McCool, and them. So, well, Andrew actually went to school with me. So,
Oh, nice.
You
That's
talked
right.
to Makuba. I mean, he might end up being the NFC Defensive Rookie of the Year the way he's playing that back end for the Eagles. Or have you been texting with Andrew, and how much fun is he having?
yeah, he's having some great success up there in Philadelphia. We text here and there. We look at all each other's stuff on social media. We always congratulate each other and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my guy. I'm glad he's doing great things up there, and he just I hope he stays blessed and keeps continue to do exactly what he's doing.
He's a real ball hawk. You're right. And how would you say this Vanderbilt team is different from last year?
Um, I think it started last year. The difference is just we're just getting some more key players, getting some more key coaches to put it all together. I think last year is where it really just started. That's where the soil started, and now you can see this shit just growing and stuff. So, I think us getting the right coaches, getting the right players, and just all being like we having at least all to most of the team on the same mission. I think we were able to do great things.
You have closed that Alabama game out, and I was like, look at Cedric Alexander going nuts
Yeah.
after that first down. How big was that win? Because to me, I thought it was a program changer, and everybody in college football was talking about that. Kirk, remember we were at Papados. We got back from A&M game. I said, let's go to Papados and watch the end of the Vanderbilt because we were listening on the radio. How big was that for this program and what Clark Lee is building at Vanderbilt?
Yeah, that game was definitely a big game. I think it was a game, like you said, I think to the world it was a game changer. But like in this room, like in this team room, like we all believed that we could do great things that year. We knew that we were a good team. We knew that all we had to do was play what we call Vanderbilt football, and we were going to be able to be successful. Like I said, last year we were able to have a stepping stone. Made a bowl game. We haven't made a bowl game in a long time, so making a bowl game was something special for us. But then this year, our goal is to win a national championship. So that's why you see us doing bigger things, better things this year. And I think Coach Lee and our team and our staff are just all on the same page. And like when we're all on the same page, Vanderbilt football is clicking.
What does Clark Lee bring to this program? That I don't know. He seems so different from a lot of other coaches. He's very cerebral
Yeah.
and a very
Smart.
smart guy. How would you describe him, Cedric?
Yeah, he's definitely a mentor. He's definitely a leader, and like you say, he's very smart. I think he's one of the smartest people I've been around. I mean, like the knowledge that he gives, he instills into each and all his players is just incredible. So I enjoy listening and hearing him throughout team meetings and stuff like that, and then just being around him because he's a great person. Great person. Makes great people.
Well,
They
that's
did,
one for me. You bringing 50 people from the house and big stage, and you played on some big stages in your career. Um, what would a win over Texas mean to you personally, and also to this program? Because you guys beat Texas Saturday, and you're gonna knock them out of the CFP. How gratifying would that be?
Yeah, it would definitely be something special for our program. It would definitely be something special for me. You know, always been horns down my whole life. Like I grew up an Oklahoma fan, so always been horns down. Now getting the chance to actually play them and come out with a W would be something special for me and my family.
so they didn't recruit you at all, huh?
Nope.
Nope. And did you put anything on the wall or mirror to remind you of that as
No,
motivation?
not necessarily. It just always been horns down. So it's like I just grew up with like all Oklahoma gear and then like just the horns down on the shirts and stuff like that. So that's probably the biggest thing I had. But like, no, I never knew that I was gonna play Texas ever. I never knew that I was gonna get the chance to play
Yeah.
Texas. I think when I got here, I don't think there was an SEC yet. So it was, I
Hey,
even
I did forget to ask you this. Congrats, you made the fall academic honor roll at Vanderbilt. I mean, that not they don't just hand that out. What do you want to be once football is over? What are you going to do with your life once football's over?
Yeah, I want to be able to like be a physical therapist, but one thing that I've been thinking about is like being a sports analyst. I think that talking about sports, mainly football, would be something that I think I can dip and dive into because I think like I know how to interpret like games and scores and stuff like that, players and things like that. So I think that being like a sports analyst would be something special too.
Well, you obviously got the brain and the looks. You're a very photogenic, charismatic guy.
He's got the name. He's got the name too.
Well, he
So,
spells it right too. He does. So
whatever,
the
whatever.
the thing I want to ask you, what in the hell is Texas the favorite in this game? What do you make of that?
I think I think they're the favorite, probably because I don't know. We just came off a win on college game day. We came off actually basically back to back ranked team wins, I believe, and then we played Texas. We play them at DKR, and they have. I don't think their quarterback is. They don't even know if he's gonna play, and they're still what are they?
Arch Manning?
Yeah, he's not. If he's not playing, I don't understand why they even think that they will be on a higher end or a higher percentage of winning this game. So, but I think that makes our team even hungrier. I mean, it's just we're gonna go out there and play Vanderbilt football. We're gonna show the world that we should be the team that's supposed to be favorite to win.
You guys have already showed the world a lot, and here's hoping. This is it. Oh, one last thing, real quick, Cedric. There was a picture of the locker room when y'all were, I don't even know where you were playing, and it was spotless. And I saw it on Twitter. And it said, thanks to the Vanderbilt and the Commodores and the players for keeping it clean. He's a stickler for stuff like that, is he not?
Uh, you say it's a what?
He's a real kind of perfectionist, like respectful and everything like that. Because there wasn't a piece of paper on the locker room floor when y'all left.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when we are able to go into a space, we want to leave it better. We want to leave it better than how we found it. They always preach that here at Vanderbilt, leave it better than how you found it. So, clean up the locker room is something easy you can do. Even though you beat a team, you don't have to leave their locker room dirty. It's just the respect factor, and just this you just shows you how Vanderbilt football, and how we roll and how we are respectful in ways as well.
Well, much respect to you, Cedric. Good luck this weekend, man. Thanks for joining us, and safe travels back to the 512. Look forward to catching up with you on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck getting all those tickets.
Yes, sir.
Duck, that kid's going places.
He's got it going. I tell
Yeah.
you what, he's a model kid, isn't he? He's just, photogenic, smart, articulate, knows what he wants to do, has a plan, and
And a degree from Vanderbilt. He could
Ooh.
write his own ticket.
Yeah,
He
like
can
you
write
said,
that down.
academic honor roll. He's, really, really a credit to his family, to that school, that program, and you got to feel happy for Vanderbilt, don't you?
I do, and I'm excited that he's not too happy that they're the underdog in this game after winning on game day. I like that fire. I kind of like
I do
that
too.
about him.
Absolutely.
So, we know who's playing quarterback for him for Vandy. Diego is in the mix, but I don't think Arch is playing. And as of this taping, the injury report hasn't come out yet, but. Yeah, to bring him back after a concussion like that, that would be irresponsible, especially with the bye week coming up. So I believe it's going to be Matthew Caldwell, and I think they can win this game with Matthew Caldwell at quarterback. Tell me I'm crazy.
No, well, you are crazy, but you're not wrong on that. But I actually now think Arch will play because I was on the SEC conference call today, Wednesday, as we tape, and he said Arch practiced this morning, and he also said Michael Taft practiced this morning. So I'm gonna go the other route right now and say I bet they both play, Arch Manning and Michael Taft, and they need both of them because I thought that was Arch's best game, probably as a Longhorn. Even
Yes.
though he was under fire a lot, just like the Florida game. And I think getting Taft back, if he can, would be huge because, that strong safety position covers those tight ends. And Vanderbilt's got a couple great tight ends, Eli Stowers, the former Aggie, being
He's
one
nice.
of them.
He's not
But
nice.
I think, if Arch does not play, I got a lot of confidence in Matt Caldwell. I know it's a small sample size, but boy, every time he comes in, he goes on a 50-yard run or throws a 26-yard dart against Florida, or throws a winning pass, against Mississippi State. So I got a lot of faith in him. Doesn't it seem like the team does as well, Cedric?
Yeah, it does. And I asked Steve Sarkisian on Monday about just that. Here's what he said.
I think what he's done is earned the respect of his teammates. Like I said, I think his demeanor, who he is as a teammate, I think his relationship with Arch is very important to that. I think they have a lot of respect for him that way. And then, when you produce, you get respect too, because his teammates know that's not easy. To come in off the bench and to do what he's done in a couple different games. And so they respect the fact that he's prepared, that he's ready, and that the moment's not too big for him. And I think he's got great rapport with the guys. Like, I really do. I just think he's an awesome teammate with these guys. And so they enjoy seeing him have that success and celebrating with him.
There's nothing like production. And when
Exactly.
you come in and produce and you're ready to go and you're engaged, when you go in thinking I'm probably not going to play, but to stay that mentally focused and then to come in under adverse circumstances with those damn cowbells ringing and to throw a touchdown to him and Mosley. I mean, what does that say about him? And so they have two capable quarterbacks. I'm still surprised that Arch practiced this
Yeah.
close after his concussion, but maybe he cleared up quickly. I don't know. It's different for each person.
That's right.
The safe thing would be to keep him out, but if he's clear and the doctors have cleared him, why not?
Well, you know what's weird, Cedric, is that when I asked him about it, he said, yeah, he practiced today, as did Michael Taft, and but he said Arch is still in the protocol. So I thought that was kind of a weird juxtaposition a little bit.
It's limited. It's a limited
Yeah.
practice.
Well, they're not going to hit him anyway. They're going to hit him
touching
anyway.
him, but he's probably off to the side throwing and doing some few drills. He's probably still not out of the woods yet because as of this taping, it's Wednesday afternoon. It's probably gonna be a game time decision, I would think. I expect him to be listed as questionable, and but limited practice doesn't mean that you're gonna play. So, do you think they can win with Matt Caldwell. I do.
I do too. And part of the reason is they took a lot of confidence and momentum out of that Mississippi State win. I mean, to win on the road back-to-back in overtime, yeah, these are not the top running teams. Yeah, they're toward the bottom of the peg. But as we all know, every game in the SEC is tough. I mean, South Carolina came within a whisker, of beating Alabama just last week. They had to come back from 8 points down in the fourth quarter. There's no sure things anymore. And I think besides the momentum they've taken from winning 3 in a row, being at home, I think will relax them a little bit, but also energize them for them to be away from home 42 days. I don't know if I've ever heard of a football team, have 42 days in between home games. Have you? And I think that's going to really give them a boost on Saturday morning.
I think it will. I think sleeping in your own bed. We're pot-bellied sports writers, and I'm looking forward to waking up in my bed on Sunday morning, God willing. I'm really looking forward to that. And
I'm just looking forward to waking up. So, I don't care where I am, just so I wake up.
You're so old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Oh my God. Well, hey, give me a score.
Okay, let me ask you a question first. Are they going to kick the ball to Ryan Niblett or not?
Yeah, they will.
They are. Okay.
They are.
So how many did he run back?
It's hard. These are college kids, so it's the great best of the best could be directional punters, but sometimes you just got to get that ball out of there. So he's going to get a couple of nibbles.
And if they don't get the big run back for a touchdown like he has twice already, they figure they may, gain in field position if they're punting out of bounds or more hang time at the expense of distance, maybe. So that had such a big role in the last 3 games. A big key is, getting off the field on third down against Vanderbilt. They want to take that ball and go 80 yards in 14 plays and use 7 minutes. That's the thing they can't afford. So, and I think the defense will probably, want to atone for it wasn't overall one of their best games.
Not at all. Not even close.
Except for pressure on the quarterback and the run defense. So I think they will play better. I think Diego's going to make some big plays, but I'm leaning toward, I think Texas is going to win this, and I think it's going to be something like, 20-17.
That's exactly my score.
No way.
That's the exact score. 20-17 is my score. Of course, that was my score last week too, but 20-17 just sounds right on the money to me. I mean, how can we both be so wrong? I could have changed my mind and said something else, but you know what? I don't want you to be in that private hell all by yourself. I'm right there with you, Fred. I'm right there with you. There with you.
All right, give me your chance before we go. Your chances make the playoff. Obviously, run the table. They're in the playoffs, okay? But yeah, I think so too. But they're not to stumble.
I'm not being a Debbie Downer. They're not going to make the playoff, Doug. They're not going to make the playoff. They're not going to beat Vanderbilt, Georgia, and Texas A&M. They just aren't.
Yeah, sounds very unlikely.
Very unlikely. The Florida loss was brutal. It killed them.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed them.
They'd have to have so many upsets around the, you got to have, Ole Miss losing. You got to beat Vanderbilt. You got to have Tennessee losing. You got to have Florida maybe upset of Georgia.
But you got to have all of that and run the table. Right. And run the table. So no.
Yeah. Probably not.
Not going to happen. But I do think they win this one. I do.
Yeah, I do too. And it'll be fun to, have a day game and at home. It doesn't suck not being in an airport for 1 week.
Can't wait. 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday. We are so looking forward to that. Duck, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks to Cedric Alexander, the AISD legend, for joining us. On Second Thought continues next week. Check out Longhorn Confidential on Tuesday. Kirk Bohls can be seen on HoustonChronicle.com, and check out my stuff on Statesman.com. Thanks for joining us, friends. We'll see you at the game.
That's a wrap. You've just experienced On Second Thought, powered by Hook'em.com. Want more? Join Sed and Kirk every Thursday for a fun sports ride from the ATX. Find archived episodes anytime on YouTube, Apple, Google Play, and Yahoo.